Good morning, campers. How are we this morning? Today, I thought I'd do a little get ready with me and a bit of a chit chat. So here we go. I've been enjoying all of your recommendations, all of your input and, giving me video ideas. It's really nice. So I'm taking it all on board. So let's start off with foundation. I'm going to mix these two together, True Match and Infallible 24-hour wear. I've got the True Match in Golden Ivory. This is a light one. So I'm just going to do a pump of that. Can you see it's quite light because I'm really pale. And then a mix of the Freshwear Golden Beige. Just a pump of that. And you just get a nice mix of shades. And then I'm going to mix that around. You get a really muddy colour. And I'm just going to pop that on. So, how are we all doing? It's January, but like someone said to me in yoga, well, what difference does it make? A month is a month. Should be no different from January. Should be no different from any other month. And I was like, yes, that's quite true. So, I thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight to myself. Because I've been asked, and I think that's really nice that you'd like to know. How I started YouTube and what got me into makeup. I mean, I've always been into makeup. I've always loved, painting faces, changing faces, and I think as I got older, experimenting with makeup and things, I had quite problematic skin. So my thing was foundation. I always wanted to cover my skin because, it was just like, you're obviously a teenager and then people would point out, yeah, I know, and it was like, what, are you not washing your face? Are you not? No, I'm not washing my face. I mean, of course I was washing my face. So I'd try and find foundations and things like that would basically conceal things, And then I got the books by Kevin Aucoin, and I loved the transformations he did, like the way he'd changed, like, her name escapes me now, Nicole Kidman, into like this 60s kind of star. And then he made someone else look like Audrey Hepburn, and I just loved it. I thought, oh my gosh, the power of makeup is, so transformative, and I just love it, and I love products. And before there was any YouTube, there was something called Makeup Alley. Does anyone remember that? Makeup Alley was a website, members only, that you could go to, and you could look up any makeup item, and there'd be a review. And I was obsessed with that site. Obsessed. I mean, I used to sit at work, and if you would go to my computer screen, that's what would be on. I would sit there all day and read review upon review on a foundation I wanted to try, on a lipstick I wanted to get, on a skincare item I wanted to get. And it'd have a review out of 10. You'd have lipsticks out of 10. And there was thousands of reviews. And I loved it because I'm the sort of person that I want to know what I'm buying. I want to know how many people like this foundation. Is it worth getting? So anytime I wanted to buy something, I would look at this site and read the reviews and make my opinion based on how many stars or how many lipsticks that product would get. But then I think I was looking up Mac Studio Fix on the internet, and a YouTube, not tutorial, but review came up. Look what I'm doing here, right? So this is finished. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to scrape out. Look what's at the bottom of that. Like, can you imagine people throwing this away and there's all of that at the bottom? Right, I've already scraped all of the sides of this, but there's loads at the bottom, and I'll be damned if I'm going to be wasting that. So I will wipe this because and then I will use this. So a YouTube review came up on the Studio Fix, and I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. And I'd sit there and I'd look up review upon review upon review on this Studio Fix. Okay, who else likes Studio Fix? What colour is she using? How does it apply? What other ways are people applying things? And from there, I just got obsessed with watching reviews. And then I think one of the first British YouTubers, oh my God, I can't even remember her name. She was on one of these like morning TV shows, and she was doing makeup in her bedroom and putting it online and showing people how to do makeup. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I had gone to makeup school. I went to the London School of Beauty and Makeup, and I got a certificate of makeup application and eyebrow tinting and shaping and lash tinting and stuff like that. I did that, but I never really did anything with it because I didn't really know how to start. I went and bought a toolbox from like the hardware store and thought that would be really cool to store my makeup in as a freelance makeup artist, but I was only like 18 at the time. And I just went and bought all this makeup that that was recommended by makeup artists. Not expensive, but I didn't know how to get clients. I didn't know how to go about it. And then I made these cards, makeup artist cards, and I put them in all the shops because I used to work in practically every shop in where I lived, in the town that I lived. I worked in menswear there, I worked in the pharmacy, I worked everywhere. And I'd put these cards out, and one day somebody called me, and she was a makeup artist, and she said, listen, would you be able to do a bridal trial for me? Because I can't do it. And if she likes it, you can do it. And I was like, yeah, okay. And this lady came to my house, and, I applied everything like I was taught to do. Concealer, powder, how you're meant to do it. And I got an email from her saying that it wasn't right for her and that she was going to go with somebody else. And that really completely knocked my confidence, and I never ever did anyone's makeup again. Yeah, this is a true story. Obviously I worked in retail, I worked in Space & K, and I did people's makeup every day. I worked in Lancome and Harvey Nichols, I did people's makeup every day there. But freelancing, I even did a trial for my cousin's friend's sister, and she liked it, and she wanted me to do her makeup for the wedding day, but I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. I was like, no. Sorry, can't do it. Anyway, then I started working in law in Mayfair. I'm going to go on with bareMinerals as a receptionist. And there was 3 of us, and you had the 2 girls at the main reception, but the 3rd girl on rotation would go down to like a box room. It was literally a box room on the ground floor where all the files were kept, and there's a little computer in the corner, and you had a little headset, and your job was, for that part of the day, whether it was in the morning, in the afternoon, or the evening, was just to answer calls, because upstairs would get really busy. So the girls would be running around doing teas and coffees and blah, 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 and they needed somebody to man the phones. So that's why you'd have someone downstairs. And I used to love it. I used to love it because I knew that was my time. No one else was down there. I could go onto YouTube. So I'd sit there and I'd have the headset on, and I'd be watching YouTube, and hi, how can I help you? Yeah, okay, ding, up it would go. I'd transfer the calls, but you wouldn't get that much calls, so I'd watch YouTube. And that's where I started watching Sam Sherman. And I remember thinking, it was one video, she was pregnant with Phoenix, and it was autumn, I think it was October, and she was looking out of her window saying, oh, all the leaves are turning, and, it's really autumnal. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, I would love to do that. I would love to be sitting at home right now, looking out of the window, looking at the autumn leaves, and not in the office. That I thought, God, that is my dream. I just want to be, and I loved her. She was just so lovely to watch. and I've watched her since day one, and I still watch her. And that's what made me think, hang on a minute, I could do that. I could do that. I didn't know you could make money on you. At that point, I didn't know, you know, people have made it as a business or made money from it or whatever. I just liked the idea that she was just at home. I loved it. Even though, you know, she had to get up 5 in the morning to breastfeed, but she was still at home. Do you know what I mean? It's a big difference than when you have to get up at 5:15, but you've got to get your makeup on and get out and get to work, get on time and get on the transport and get there and blah, 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 and all that goes with it. I was just like, that's it. I want to be at home. I want to be at home. And so, but you know, that was 2009. And I didn't start my channel till 2011. 2010 or 11 is when I started my channel. So it took me quite a while. To start it. And if you see some of my early videos, I mean, my gosh, it was just like, I don't know, it was just, obviously your first video, but I loved it because I loved beauty, I loved product, I loved makeup, and I wanted to talk about it to somebody, you know? So that's what I started to do. I'd just share my, you know, skincare routines and stuff. And then it got really big, and Zoella came on the scene, and I forgot my eye. And it became really big, but I still didn't know the business side of it. I didn't understand that you could make money from it. I didn't know. So I don't think I realized you could monetize till 2012 even. I didn't think I could monetize. Then I figured that out, and I was like, oh, but I didn't make anything for years. For years. I started to make about £60 every 3 months in 2015. And now, honest to God, I make about £100 a month. That's how much I make. And I've been on YouTube for 9 years, nearly 10 years. And I only just about make £100 a month from YouTube. But because it's so saturated now, and I don't get, you know, paid promotions. I get gifted things, but I don't get paid promotions. I started my blog at the same time because I just wanted to share the products that I use. For me, it was always about sharing the products that I use. I just loved doing that. I loved talking about products, and yeah, so that's, I tell you, YouTube is the thing that I've stuck to the most. I don't stick to much, you know. I really don't. Like, you know, when I was younger, I did horse riding, and then I'd stop. I horse rided, if that even makes any sense, from the age of 9, and they used to always give me stroppy ponies that used to just throw me off, run off, all sorts. You know, there was one time I was on a little Shetland pony, and it got spooked by a dog. It like reared up, I fell off, but my foot was caught in the stirrup, and it just dragged me for miles. Then I was put on a really big horse who just ran off, and I was like, ah! Another horse that threw me over its head. I did a few show jumping things, but nothing like showy, it was just jumping. And then obviously I must have got to about 11, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Then I decided I wanted to play the flute, and so I had these flute lessons, and at school we had choral practice, choral choir, and the nun, she was a sister, and she was so sweet, and she was like, who wants to, you know, show and tell or whatever. And bearing in mind I was like 14 at the time, I was always like, I want to bring my flute in and I want to play a tune. Okay, and I'd bring my flute in, I'd set it up, and I'd stand there and I'd be like, no, I can't do it. And I used to do this every week, and I just wouldn't do it. And then I thought to myself, well, I've learnt the flute now, and I'm never going to play it in front of anyone. So what's the point? So I stopped. I had one piano lesson, didn't like that, stopped. Yeah, so that was that. Yeah, so for YouTube and also jobs, I went from jobs to jobs to jobs because that's just, you know, I couldn't really stick to anything. And so when I started doing YouTube, it was kind of like a creative space where I could just do what I wanted to do, talk about what I wanted to talk about. And in my last job, it was another law firm, and I had been temping there, and then I was there full time. People found out about my YouTube and my beauty thingies, and they said, oh, could you do like a seminar for us? And I thought, oh, okay. So I had the whole office, not the whole office, all the ladies, for all about, I don't know, 15 to 20 people, all sitting in a boardroom watching me talk about contouring and concealer, and the office manager was my model, and I laid all my makeup out. My God, I was so nervous. I wish I'd never mentioned it at the time. I thought to myself, oh my God. And after that, and I did it obviously, and after that, everyone was coming up to me. What makeup should I use? What do they, you know, can you get them for me? And can I pay you and you get the products for me? And what primer, blah, 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 you know? And could you do my makeup? And again, because I didn't have that much belief in myself, I just didn't want to do it. And I didn't like it. And I thought, oh no, this is just not what I wanted, kind of thing. I kind of wanted you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel there, you know. But so when I left, because I was there for about a year, and I was still doing YouTube on my blog, and I wanted to do it full time. I just wanted to do it full time. I got emailed by the girl I worked with on reception asking whether I'd come back and do another, because they used to have this thing called Wellness Week. So, you know, someone would make smoothies, someone would do this, and I was like show and tell of makeup. And she's like, oh, would really love it if you come back and, you know, do your makeup thing again. And I was like, no, sorry, can't do it. I had been so nervous that first time, like so nervous that I just couldn't bear the thought of doing it again. And she's like, oh, but you know, everybody loved it. You gave everyone such good advice and they really enjoyed it. And people were sort of watching your videos and stuff. And I was like, I couldn't do it. I was like, no, I'm sorry. So I was like, oh, I've got loads of stuff coming up. Sorry, I won't be able to do it. Never heard from her again. Obviously, that was, you know, I just, you know what I mean? But now I kind of want to, because I'm okay talking in large groups. I quite enjoy, especially if I'm confident about what I'm talking about. But there's always this fear that someone's going to say, that's not, you're doing that wrong. Oh, that's not the way to do it, you know? Why I think I'm going to get hecklers, I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? But I always kind of feel like that. But now I'm sort of, you know, getting to grips with things and thinking, okay, well, actually, maybe I can do sort of like little small groups of, you know, basic makeup techniques, you know, just basic makeup chats, you know, what I do now basically. So yeah, so I've been doing YouTube and my blog full time since, I want to say 2017 or 2016. Yeah, I've been doing it full time. And you know, sometimes it's on and off with me. You know, sometimes I just think, oh my gosh, who wants to see this? Or I think something's rubbish, or, you know. But then, you know, we are our worst critics. So, but yeah, that's how I started in YouTube. And I also remember I used to read about my favourite celebrities. So I'd read in a magazine that Kylie Minogue, she wore, was it Pink Swoon? It was one of the MAC blushes. Kylie Minogue wore Pink Swoon. And I was like, right, that's it, I have to get it. So I was always like that. Whoever I liked and whatever makeup they were wearing, I wanted to have it because you'd feel like you had a bit of them as well. And now, celebrity is not even we kind of look at social media people now and we kind of think, oh, our favourite YouTuber likes this, so we buy that, or Jaclyn Hill recommends this, so we get it. So it's kind of not so much celebrities anymore. For me, if someone's on TV and I like their makeup, I will go to hell and high water to find out what that makeup is. That's how obsessed I am. I love people's makeup. I mean, I watch loads of reality stuff and I'm watching Love Island at the moment. And my favourite thing is when they're getting ready. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, that's a L'Oreal foundation. Oh, that's a Kiehl's serum I can see there. That's MAC Honey Love. You know, I love to do that because I love makeup. Do you know what I mean? I love it. So, you know, if you ask me what my passion is, it is makeup, but it's also eating food, but that's completely on another level. But do you know what I mean? You know, you've got people that love fashion, you know, they love the fashion trends and they love clothing and more so than makeup. But me, it's makeup. So if I'm looking on a YouTube channel and you're not doing makeup, you're just doing fashion, it's not as appealing to me because I love everything about it. I love watching people apply it. I love hearing other makeup artists talk about it, hearing about other people like me. What do you do on a daily basis? I like to know, like, you know, when you're on a train and someone's doing the makeup, I love to sit and watch. Oh, what they put, oh, what's that? You know, it's just nice, isn't it? It's just fun. I don't know. Yeah. So there you go. This is like my kind of everyday. I'm not doing too much. I'm not, you know, I'm not going wild with my makeup today. And then for lips, I'm going to go over with this Clarins. And I love this stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh God, it's gorgeous. Nice. This is so good if you wear like matte liquid lipsticks, right? Keep this in your bag and your matte lip will last throughout the day, but when it starts to wear off or you've had a meal or had a drink, apply this and it just brings it back to life. Oh my God. It's so moisturizing. It's beautiful. I love it. You see what I mean? I'll get so excited. So there we go. That's my everyday face. Let's see what's going on with my hair. I'm gonna walk to the gym now and do a bit of yoga because, you know, I've neglected that last week. So, you know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna finish my coffee and I look forward to your comments and chatting with you as always. And I really hope you enjoyed this video and do keep your ideas coming of what you'd like to see because I want to film things that you want to see. So I really appreciate everyone that gave me their ideas of what they wanted to see and I shall do my best to honour those. I hope you're well. Take care, have a fantastic week and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.